Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a big question. What really makes the difference between people who achieve, well, normal success and those few who achieve something truly extraordinary?
Yeah, you think about figures like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, maybe even Rockefeller way back when. Is it just incredible luck? Or are they wired differently?
Exactly. And the material we're diving into today argues it's less about luck or innate genius and more about, well, operating from a different playbook, a kind of code.
Right, a specific method. And the good news is it's apparently not some secret code just for billionaires. It's something anyone can learn and apply.
Okay, so that's our mission then, to unlock the steps in this code. And it sounds like the starting point is all in the mind.
Absolutely. The core idea is, if you want an extraordinary life, you first have to fundamentally change how you think. You need to, as Jobs famously put it, think different.
So it's not just positive thinking, it's more like reprogramming.
Precisely. It's described as a defined process. It's about clearing out the subconscious limitations, the stuff that keeps most people stuck on conventional paths.
And the book lays out specific laws for this.
Yeah, 10 guiding laws. They're designed to help you actually implement these changes and align your life with, your highest potential.
Okay, let's flow into it. Where do we start? The first concept seems to be about escaping something called the culturescape. What exactly is that?
The culturescape is essentially the environment of rules, beliefs, and expectations we all swim in. It's the stuff we absorb from childhood.
Like, go to a good school, get a safe, high-paying job.
Exactly. Get married, look a certain way, value certain things. It's the societal blueprint for a good life.
And Steve Jobs had that great quote, didn't he? Something like, everything around you that you call life was made up to people who are no smarter than you.
That's the one. And that's the core problem. We inherit these rules.
Yeah.
The book calls them brules. B-R-U-L-E-S.
Rules. What's that stand for?
Beliefs and rules that are, frankly, often bullshit. Or at least outdated and limiting. We take them on board without ever really questioning if they still make sense.
So they might have worked once, but now they just hold us back.
Often, yeah. They become invisible cages.
Yeah.
And the first step to becoming extraordinary, according to this, is to actually see those bars and start breaking them.
But hang on, just breaking rules sounds a bit chaotic, maybe even reckless. People feel real pressure, from family and friends to stick to the script.
Oh, absolutely. And the author, Vishen Lakhiani, shares his own story about this. He did everything right according to the culturescape. Engineering degree from Michigan, landed a job at Microsoft.
That sounds like the dream, right? Meeting Bill Gates, stable career.
On paper, yes, but he was miserable. Deep down, he wanted to do things like photography or acting.
Things society often labels as risky or not real jobs.
Precisely. The Brules told him there was no money in those fields, that they weren't paths to success. So he followed the safe route and ended up sacrificing his actual dreams.
Until he quit.
Realizing that the first, most crucial step was questioning why we even follow these rules in the first place.
Which leads perfectly into the next idea. Question the rules. We just accept traditions because they've always been there.
Yeah, we treat them like laws of physics, but often they're just opinions. Widely held opinions, maybe, but still just opinions from a certain time and place.
And we think we're being rational, but how much is really just absorbing what's around us? Our friends, family, the media.
A huge amount. We're heavily influenced even when we think we're making independent choices.
And the world changes so fast now, doesn't it? Technology, society. If the rules don't evolve too, we get stuck.
Exactly. Sticking to outdated rules is like trying to navigate with an old map. It prevents growth. It prevents becoming extraordinary.
So how do we start questioning? Is it just about being cynical?
No, it's more about curiosity. Like that story about the 9-year-old Hindu boy. He wanted a McDonald's burger, right? But his culture and religion said no beef.
Oh, I remember this one. Instead of just accepting it.
He asked why. Why no beef? His mom challenged him to find out. He hits the encyclopedia. This was pre-Google, remember?
Right. And finds out it was about cows being essential for farming, for milk, practical reasons back then.
Exactly. He understood the origin and the context. It wasn't some mystical decree. It was rooted in historical necessity. Once he understood that, the rule lost its absolute power. He could make an informed choice.
And apparently he found the burger overrated anyway.
Yeah, that's the kicker. But the point is the process, that curiosity, seeking understanding instead of blind obedience. That's the key.
Okay, so we question the rules, we see some are outdated rules. What next? We can't just live in a rule-free zone.
Right. You need to replace the old broken structures with something better. That's where the third concept comes in, conscious engineering.
Conscious engineering sounds technical.
It kind of is, but for your mind. It's the idea that you are the architect of your own belief system. You actively filter what comes in thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and decide what to accept and what to reject.
Based on what?
Based on whether it actually serves you. Does it help you move towards your goals? Does it make your life better? If not, reject it.
So it's like building your own personal bubble, your own world within the world, with rules that actually work for you.
That's a good way to put it. Building your own mental operating system. The book uses that analogy like upgrading from Windows 95 thinking, full of bugs and limitations,
to Windows 10 or whatever the latest, most efficient version is.
Exactly. You're consciously engineering beliefs that empower you, deleting the rules that hold you back.
This feels very internal, focusing on beliefs, which ties into the next step, right? Rewrite your models of reality. How much of our reality is, well, just a model we've built?
A huge amount, apparently. Our first models are given to us parents' beliefs, friends' ideas, cultural norms, and sometimes negative experiences like trauma can build really faulty models.
Like if you were bullied as a kid.
Yeah. That experience might install a faulty belief like I'm not good enough or I constantly need to prove myself to be accepted.
When the actual truth is,
You don't need to prove anything. You're inherently worthy. The extraordinary mindset involves recognizing those false limiting models and consciously rewriting them based on self-acceptance and potential.
does the author share an example of this?
He does. He talks about his own struggles with low self-esteem growing up, partly from being bullied, partly due to severe acne. He really internalized this geeky, unattractive model of himself.
Okay, so he had this negative internal model. What changed it?
A single moment, actually. At a dance, feeling awkward, he had some drinks for courage and impulsively kissed a girl he thought was way out of his league.
Oh, wow. And he expected rejection.
Totally. He immediately started apologizing, fully expecting her to confirm his negative self-image.
That she didn't.
Nope. She apparently said something like, "Are you kidding? You're hot," and kissed him back.
Whoa. That must have been a shock.
A huge one. He said he woke up the next day, looked in the mirror, same acne, same taped glasses, nothing physically had changed, but her reaction gave him a completely new model of reality instantly.
So the flaws were just subjective opinions, not objective truths.
Exactly. He realized he could choose which model to adopt. That's rewriting your reality, choosing the perspective that empowers you.
Okay, so we've questioned the rules, engineered new beliefs, rewritten our reality model. But how do we make it stick? Old habits die hard.
That's the crucial next step. Upgrade your system. You need a structure, a discipline, to reinforce the new ways of thinking and living. Otherwise, you'll just slide back.
Makes sense. What does the system involve?
It's built on 3 core actions. First, research. You have to actively seek out new ideas, new tools, new ways of doing things that replace the old, limiting ones. Read books, watch videos, attend events. Constantly feed your mind with better input.
Okay, find the new software. What's second?
Refresh. This is about commitment. You have to consciously decide to improve, to strengthen those new beliefs every single day. It's about consistency, fighting off complacency.
That sounds like the hardest part. Daily effort.
It often is. Which leads to the third part, measure. You need to check in, test yourself. Are the new beliefs taking hold? Are you acting differently? Are you feeling better? It's about tracking progress, internally and externally.
Like the weight loss example they use. Research diets and exercises. Refresh by choosing the salad over the burger or doing extra reps. Measure by seeing the scale change or feeling healthier.
Exactly. And crucially, the system helps you push through resistance. When people criticize your new approach or when you feel like making excuses, the system provides the structure to stay the course.
So maintain this upgraded system and you get to the next level, which sounds pretty out there. Bend reality. What does that even mean?
It's essentially cultivating the unshakable belief that things will work out for you,
Yeah.
that luck is on your side, the universe supports you, that what you envision is possible.
That sounds, well, borderline magical thinking. How do you maintain that when things go wrong? Because they inevitably do.
That's the key. Bending reality isn't about never failing. It requires 2 specific things working together. First, you need a compelling vision, a clear goal you're moving towards daily.
Okay, having a vision makes sense. What's the second thing?
This is crucial. You must cultivate the habit of being happy right now, in the present moment, regardless of whether you've achieved the vision yet.
Don't tie your happiness to the future outcome.
Exactly. If you think, I'll be happy when my startup succeeds, what happens if there's a market crash or some disaster? your happiness evaporates, and you'll likely give up.
But extraordinary minds see failure differently.
They see it as feedback, as part of the journey. Think about Elon Musk again. His visions are huge, colonizing Mars, revolutionizing transport.
And he's had massive, very public failures, rockets blowing up.
Millions lost, intense criticism. Yet he keeps going. Why? Because his happiness wasn't tied only to the successful launch. He finds joy in the process, in the challenge, in building the machines, and working towards that vision.
Like that Rockefeller quote, "My whole life has been one long, happy holiday full of work and full of play." The work itself was the reward.
Precisely. The joy is in the doing, not just the achieving.
Okay, finding joy in the present, especially during hard work or setbacks, needs practice. This leads us to the last concept, blisscipline.
Blisscipline, the discipline of daily bliss. It's about actively practicing happiness and presence, making it a non-negotiable part of your routine so you don't get dragged down by future worries or past regrets.
And there are specific exercises for this.
Yes, 3 core principles. First, be thankful. Simple but powerful. Every day, take a moment to consciously identify, say, 5 things you're genuinely grateful for, big or small. It grounds you in positivity.
Gratitude. Okay, what's second?
Forgive. This one can be tough. It's a mental exercise. Think about people who hurt you. List them mentally. Then, instead of replaying the hurt, you ask yourself 2 questions about each one. What do I learn from this experience? And how has this ultimately made me stronger or changed my life, perhaps even for the better?
So you reframe the negative experience into a lesson learned, a source of growth.
Exactly. It shifts the focus from victimhood to empowerment. You take back control by finding the value, even in painful experiences.
Powerful. And the third principle?
Give. The idea is that happiness grows when shared. Consciously share your positive state. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. A genuine smile to a colleague, approaching your family with warmth, offering a simple greeting. It's about actively contributing to the happiness around you.
So it's a whole journey then, breaking free from limiting rules.
Creating new, empowering beliefs through conscious engineering.
Rewriting your fundamental view of reality.
Building a system to maintain those changes.
Learning to find joy in the daily process, bending reality through vision and present happiness.
And practicing daily bliss through gratitude, forgiveness, and giving.
And wrapping it all up, the book suggests that truly extraordinary people don't just focus on themselves. Their vision expands.
Yeah, it often becomes about helping others become extraordinary too. Improving other people's lives becomes part of their calling.
So for people like Jobs or Musk or Gates, the incredible success, the fame, the money, that wasn't the primary goal.
According to this perspective, no. Those were byproducts of pursuing a much larger vision, a calling that aimed to contribute something significant to the world. The drive came from the mission, not the reward.
So what's the final takeaway for someone listening? What does being extraordinary really mean in this context?
It means you don't have to aim to be the next billionaire or change the entire world single-handedly. Being extraordinary can be about how you live your life on any scale.
Right, being an amazing parent, raising a child consciously, or being an employee who brings incredible value and positivity to their workplace.
Exactly. It's about finding your unique calling, whatever that might be, pursuing it with your whole heart, finding joy in the process, and aiming to bring some form of happiness or value to others through what you do.
Don't let the limitations, the rules, define what's possible for you.
The code is there, the steps are laid out, it's about choosing to follow them.
So maybe the question to leave everyone with is, what rules are you following right now just because they were handed to you? And what might happen if you started questioning them consciously today?